There used to be the tap in the old days, and then they replaced it with this pump. And when Lennon was killed, 1980, I think it was in December, in New York, the Prague teenagers simply started to bring here flowers and bouquets, bouquets of flowers and candles, and it became an unofficial monument to John Lennon. To understand that much better, you should understand that in communism, whatever, a trifle was a little bit different than the official, doctrine was symbol of freedom.
Okay.
You see, so to bring flowers here, nobody could really imprison you for that. But the police would come and remove the flowers. You see, then people started to write quotations from the Beatles songs, from the lyrics on the wall, and then every now and then the police would come and paint it white paint over. And all the buildings in communist Czechoslovakia have been so often painted like this wall, the country would have looked much different. This is one of the reasons. If you get a chance, nowadays you can get really almost everything. If you get a chance to get some old Czech black and white movie, I love to see them, even if it's a criminal movie. You see, You see how badly the city looks like. You see, dilapidated and gray and long lines everywhere. The specialty of the communist cities were scaffoldings, which were built only to the level of the first floor, protecting the passers-by from the pieces of architecture falling down from the house. Right. Dilapidated, lapidus. So really, the lapidi were falling down. So this was kind of and then they even put a camera so they could watch over, and then communism collapsed. And I was right now, the tree, by the way, is what I was told you call sycamore maple. Right. In English, in the Oxford Dictionary, they call it lime tree. No, lime tree is linden tree. No. Plane tree. Yeah, plane tree. I'm sorry. Yeah, so this is about 450 years old. It's one of the oldest trees which you can find here in Prague. And I was asked how long did it take to people here in this country after communism to start thinking and talking free. For some, not until today.
Right.
Yeah. It is like that when you keep a lion in cage for 2 or 3 generations and you open the cage.
They don't go anywhere.
What shall I do? I got my water. I got something to eat. So
right.
Yeah.
But the cubs might get gone.
Oh, the cops.
Yeah, you're right. My day, it's my day. So yeah, but we taught them that.
And how about for you? How personally?
You see, I always felt kind of out of the country.
Okay.
There was one. I have a sister. I call her my crazy sister Anne. I'm 62. I'm going to be 62. She's 7 years older.
Okay.
And when I was about 15, that was in the time 67, 68, which became known as Prague Spring. There was a window of freedom. You see, there was a time when we were able to travel. So she took me to Sweden for 3 weeks. Sweden 68 was at the top of economic power.
Yeah.
It was the beginning of pornography everywhere.
And you were 17.
I was 15 years old.
Perfect.
Widespread beavers there. So it was quite an experience. And since then, communism didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
It didn't have a chance.